Silence our phones, put them on vibrate, please. I call to order the Community Redevelopment Agency Board meeting for this May 27th, 2026. It's approximately 5:29. Mr. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Board Member Baskin,
Present.
Board Member Leon, Board Member Powell,
Present.
Board Member Wilson,
Present.
Board Member Julian,
Here.
Vice Chair Stevens, Chair Harris.
I'm present.
You have a quorum.
All right, please stand for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Father God, we would just like to begin by saying thank you. Thank you for another day. Thank you for our safety. Thank you for your provision. Thank you for your peace. We ask that these proceedings move in decency and in order, and that we will be able to conduct the business that you will find pleasing unto you. We ask this prayer be sealed in the name of all that are present. Amen.
Amen.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
just want to note for the record, Board Member Leon will not be present for today's CRA meeting.
All right, thank you. All right, we're on approval of minutes.
Yes, Mr. Chair, before the board, I have the September 24, 2025 CRA Board meeting, July 9, 2025 CRA Board meeting, January 8, 2025 CRA Board meeting, and November 13, 2024 CRA Board meeting for your approval.
Need a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Showing none, show those minutes approved. We're on order of business.
There are no changes to the order of business.
All right. Any public comments on Community Redevelopment Agency Board? Any public comments? You had any written communication, Mr. Cup?
No
Mr.
written
Clerk?
communication, Mr. Chair.
All right. Can we go to the resolution?
Our resolution is agency business, item 7, item 7.1. A resolution of the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Miami Gardens, Florida, accepting the fiscal year 2025 Miami Gardens Community Redevelopment Agency audit report, provided for adoption or representation, provided for an effective date, and this is sponsored by the city manager.
Mr. Manager?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before you is the fiscal year 2025 audit of the Community Redevelopment Agency. First, I would like to thank Assistant City Manager Nelson for her work on this, along with our auditor, Mr. Anthony Brunson. Key findings is that there are no findings. We have an unqualified opinion, which is a clean opinion, and we ask for your approval on this.
I need a motion on this item.
Motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions or concerns from the dais? Showing none, Mr. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Board Member Baskin,
Yes.
Board Member Powell,
Yes.
Board Member Wilson,
Yes.
Board Member Julian,
Yes.
Chair Harris.
I vote yes.
Motion passes 5-0. There are no more items before this board.
I need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion.
Been moved and seconded. Show this meeting adjourned. Mr. Clerk. Call to order the city council meeting on this May 27th, 2026. It's approximately 5:36. Mr. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilwoman Baskin.
Present.
Councilman Leon. Councilwoman Powell.
Present.
Councilwoman Wilson.
Here.
Councilwoman Julian.
Here.
Vice Mayor Stevens.
Here.
Mayor Harris.
I'm present.
You have a quorum. Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Leon will not be present for this evening's meeting.
I need a motion to excuse Councilman Leon.
Motion.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Show him excuse. Please stand for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
God our Father, we thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for an opportunity to gather collectively as a community. It is in this prayer, God, we ask that you continue to bless the city of Miami Gardens, the residents, stakeholders, all of our businesses, everyone that has something to do with this city and call it home. Father, we pray that you open up the windows of heaven and pour out your many blessings upon our city. And if you do that, we'll be so kind to give your precious son name all the praise and honor that it deserves. It is in your son name I do pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we're on approval of minutes. I need a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion. Second.
It's been moved and, you got it? This- Y'all can check on y'all.
Yeah, they were added onto they're in the
Added
agenda
on
as
to
part of the
the
backup.
agenda item, so you can look on the agenda. All right, it's been moved and seconded. All in
I
favor?
didn't get the second, Mayor. I heard Councilwoman Julian's first on it.
Yeah, it was a second down here.
Okay.
So it's been moved. Yeah, been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposition? Showing none, show the minutes approved. We're on order of business. Are there any items that need to be pulled, deleted, withdrawn, rearranged, changed? What?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
all right, the applicant for item, sorry, hold on 1 second. I can't see. Oh, item 13.3.1 has requested if their item could be heard first due to a family emergency. Therefore, staff is requesting if we can move the entire quasi judicial zoning items up after public comment, with that item being heard first as part of quasi judicial. So therefore, we would have special presentations, public comments, quasi judicial zoning items, then the council's regular agenda afterward.
All right. Need a motion on that?
Motion. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And are there any other items need to be pulled or deleted, withdrawn, or what?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr.
I'd
Mayor.
like
Yes.
to add on 2 special presentations.
2 special presentations?
Yes.
Agenda. I can't.
Your thing ain't on?
Mr. Mayor, I'd also like to add a special presentation.
Let me see your computer.
All right, we need a motion to add those presentations. We're gonna add those presentations. Any other items need to be pulled or deleted? I need a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Did we get it first?
Motion.
All right, we got a motion and a second.
Mr. Mayor, point of
Yes.
clarity. Are we're taking the quasi and moving it up to where on the agenda?
It's going to be after public comments.
I got you. Thank you.
All right, we got a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Showing none. Show the agenda accepted. We're on special presentations.
All right, item 6.1, special presentation by Councilwoman Linda Julian.
Councilwoman?
Thank you. So our first special presentation is with the Beacon Council. We're going to allow Roderick an opportunity to make his way into the building, Mr. Mayor. So I'm going to go forward with my other two special presentations first.
Go ahead.
Okay. So at this time, IT will play a video. This is a reminder to folks that our young people are watching everything that we do, everything that we post on social media, and that they absorb the information. And so today we have a young man by the name of Julian Farrington who is graduated today from Norland Senior High School. And Julian was not able to make it to the city council meeting today, but however, he has a very special message that I would like to share.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Julian Farrington, and as of today, I am officially a graduate of Miami-Dade High School. I sadly could not be there in person tonight because today I walked the stage at graduation, but I still wanted to take this moment to say thank you. This summer, I will be attending Florida State University to study political science and law as I work towards my goals of becoming an attorney and hopefully one day becoming the mayor of Miami Gardens and eventually governor of Florida. I am honored to share that I was selected as a recipient of the Florida Realtor Scholarship. A few months ago, Councilwoman Linda Julian posted information about this opportunity for local students. And after applying a couple weeks back, I was blessed to receive the scholarship. This support means so much to me and my family. As many people know, scholarships and educational resources are becoming more limited due to budget cuts and reduced opportunities because of the government. Because of this scholarship, I will be able to focus on my education, leadership, community service, and academic coursework without any financial pressure. I want to also take a moment to recognize and thank Councilwoman Linda Julian. We first met when I was in 8th grade through her Earn As You Learn aesthetic competition, and ever since, she has continued to encourage me, support my growth, teach me, and make sure that every student in Miami Gardens are aware of the opportunities that can truly change our lives. As a young person in the city, I can say that it is inspiring to see local leadership that genuinely believes in the investing of students and our futures. Nearly 5 years ago, as I prepared to enter a next chapter in my life, I am now closing one and now going into a brand new chapter. But I wanted to say this because her support and advocacy through education has not faded. She is still making an impact on my journey to this day. So tonight, I simply want to thank you, Florida Realtors Association, for investing in students like me, and thank you, Councilwoman Linda Julian, for your continued support of committing to uplifting youth in Miami Gardens. I am truly grateful, and I'm sure every other student is as well. Thank you. I hope you all have a great night.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name is...
Mr. Mayor, I think that deserves a hand clap, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's
I would like for all the Florida Realtors and Miami Realtors professionals who are in the building to please stand up so that you can be recognized. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the professionals who work towards advocacy and policy, and we collectively make certain that we encourage the youth and that we provide them with the opportunities and the resources that they need to go on to college. And because of all of our hard work, this young man was selected out of hundreds of applicants for this Florida Realtor Scholarship. And this is the advocacy work that we do day in and day out. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for being a part of this young man's journey, who's coming back to Miami Gardens to be the mayor of Miami Gardens. Thank you. All right. Secondly, I would like to recognize and bring up the members of the Haitian Real Estate Professionals Association, if you would join me up front. As you all know, May is Haitian Heritage Month, And this month, the Haitian diaspora is celebrating everything from the culture to the advocacy and everything that is in between. This organization was established fairly recently in 2023. So they've only been in existence for about 3 years. And within their advocacy work, they have made sure that they've provided an opportunity for folks who English is not their first language, but they provide resources and home buyer courses and real estate training courses in Haitian Creole, which is something that was that there was not a space for before. And so I would like to recognize you all today with a very special commendation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So standing before you all today are some of the board members here, and it says on behalf of our 113,000 residents, the City of Miami Gardens, we want to commend the Haitian Real Estate Professionals Association for your hard work and for your dedication to making sure that we provide inclusive spaces for people who English is not their first language, right? When we talk about advocacy, this is what it looks like. Advocacy is what you all look like. And so thank you very much. We're proud of your commitment to providing culturally relevant resources and home ownership education that has helped prospective home buyers and families better understand the home buying process, which is an important role in supporting the success and advancement of residents throughout our community. And so the City of Miami Gardens today recognizes and celebrates the Haitian real estate professionals and your dedication to empowering individuals, strengthening families, and enhancing communities through your service, your education, advocacy, and steadfast commitment to expanding opportunities for future generations. Congratulations. And I'm going to ask my council to come down and take a photo with us.
Councilwoman, that's it for you, right? You got one more? I thought you had two. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. First, before you do that, let me take this moment to recognize our state representative, Felicia Robinson. Please stand, Rep. Go for it.
All right. And so this third commendation has been a long time coming. The first week of May is National Economic Development Week. And we have the Miami-Dade Beacon Council, which serves as the economic development arm for our entire county. And last year, I wanted to recognize the Miami-Dade Beacon Council but their president and CEO, Roderick Miller, was traveling outside of the country. And so rather doing it during another month, we decided, well, we're going to wait and do it next year. But Rod, you got to make sure that you are not out of town. And so the economic development, the Miami-Dade Beacon Council is here tonight. I understand that Rod may be stuck in a little bit of traffic, but his team is here. If you're not familiar with the Miami-Dade Beacon Council, they are the official economic development partnership for Greater Miami. Greater Miami encompasses all 34 municipalities within Miami-Dade County, and they are responsible for driving a sustainable, inclusive, and competitive local economy. Founded in 1985, they've been doing tons of work here in our county, and they are a catalyst for attracting over 160,000 new jobs and securing billions in investments. I want to say that we see you, we thank you, we see all of the cranes that are going up around the airport and the seaport and just throughout all 34 municipalities, and we know that you play a major role. So today, on behalf of our mayor and our city council, we want to recognize you. So please join me up front. All right, so while we wait for Roderick to walk in, Mayor and Council, please join me up front. And there he is, the man of the moment, President and CEO of the Miami-Dade Beacon Council, Roderick Miller. All right, come on up. Mm-hmm. Oh, and we love you, friends. We love you.
How are you? Thank you. Thank you all so much. This is too kind.
So, on behalf of our 113,000 residents, the City of Miami Gardens, today we commend the Miami-Dade Beacon Council for its unwavering commitment to driving economic growth and fostering innovation and creating opportunities right here in Miami-Dade County, also known as Greater Miami. Since its establishment, the Miami-Dade Beacon Council has played a major role in strengthening the local economy by supporting business expansion and fostering innovation. Through strategic partnerships, which you all just signed a partnership with the Miami Realtors, for all our Realtors family who's here, that's right. Through these strategic partnerships with municipal governments, community organizations, and private sector leaders, the Miami-Dade Beacon Council has worked diligently to advance workforce development initiatives and to attract diverse industries and to create opportunities that enhance the quality of life for residents. After all, that's what it is all about. And so the City of Miami Gardens today, we want to recognize the outstanding leadership and contributions of the Miami-Dade Beacon Council in helping position South Florida as a thriving hub for business growth, innovation, and economic opportunity. And so on behalf of our Mayor, Rodney Harris, and the entire City Council, and I'm also going to ask one of our former City Council members, now currently State Rep Felicia Robinson, to join us up here for this special presentation.
She finna honor the police.
Thank you. Mayor?
Yes.
City Council, this is our month. This is the month of our anniversary for the city of Miami Gardens. And today, I held a luncheon for our police officers to recognize those who have been here 18 and plus years. 18 plus years. For all those who are 18 plus and are present, please stand. Can you come forward?
They won't let him do the, what you call it?
These are the police officers who've committed to Miami Gardens for 18 plus years. It-
Don't worry, I'm talking about. Yeah, you
Give it
guys
to
can
them.
clap
Give it
for
to
our
them.
officers. Give it up for them.
We have seen officers come and go. We're only 23 years old. But today was special because these officers are 18 plus. We used to be called Murder Gardens. Remember that? We don't want to, right? But now, Miami Gardens is the place for people to what? Live, work, and play. And these officers, 18 plus, as well as the other officers, have made it so. And today we honor them because they stayed when it was hard, and they were new, and starting out is hard. And overcoming a lot can be challenging. But they did it. As we spoke at the luncheon, when it was sunshine, they were here. And when it rained, they were here. And they're still here. So today, I ask residents who are present and my council to come forward as we recognize 18 plus years for our police force. We thank you, we appreciate you, and we want you to continue serving us the way you do. Thank you so much. Please come forward. Manager, please join us.
Okay, thank you. I was present. I was just watching it. No.
All right, all hearts and minds are clear. There's no more special presentations?
Y'all to come right down. Blew it up.
No.
Cause a stir. Cancel the meeting.
Mr. Clerk, please read the back of the public comment cards, please.
Okay. Citizens' participation is governed by Section 2-60 of the City of Miami Gardens Code. Public comments are limited to matters within the scope of the jurisdiction of the City Council. Each person other than members of the city staff who address the City Council shall give their name, address, and whether the person is speaking on his or her own behalf, a group of persons, or a third party. When a determination of the presiding officer or many persons wishing to speak on the same proposition, the presiding officer may direct that these persons designate a representative to address the City Council rather than all members of such groups. All speakers shall be limited to 2 minutes unless further time is given by the presiding officer. No person other than city council members and a person having the floor shall be permitted to enter any discussion without the permission of the presiding officer. Order shall be maintained if any person makes personally irrelevant, pertinent, or slanderous remarks, becomes boisterous while addressing the city council, or becomes too lengthy, abusive, obscene, and/or disruptive, or otherwise fails to comply with the orders of the presiding officer and is declared out of order, the individual may be subject to removal by the sergeant at arms.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Okay, we got a lot of cards today, so we're going to start with Ms. Vanessa Wilcox. Yeah. And after Ms. Wilcox, it'll be Margaret Kendrick and Mr. Tisdall.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Vanessa Wilcox. I live at 2000 Northwest 186th Street. The last time I was here because of this. I was out of my home for 4 years, and your code enforcement people put $74,000 of fine on my home while Rebuild Florida was taken and had it under command. So you expect for me to pay this? You don't have no idea what this is taking me through. I had no control over my home. That's what I told your judge. My house was under their control, Rebuild Florida. So why would y'all or them want to put these kind of fines on me when I could not cut my grass? I could not pick up trash around it. I couldn't take care of the swells because it was under Rebuild Florida. Let me show you what it looked like, because apparently y'all forgot. This is what it looked like. Remember this? Remember this program that y'all took me through hell in 2021 when I was waiting on them to come and get started on my home? So I want you to know, you didn't want to resolve this, but it's going to be handled. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Ms. Wilcox.
Good evening, Margaret Kendrick, 2724 Northwest 199th Lane. I received an email concerning El Dorado Furniture pursuing to bring warehouses and trucks into Miami Gardens.
You're here to talk about that item?
Yes,
Okay.
and something else.
Well, you could talk about something else now.
Now,
And then
okay.
when the item comes up, you could talk about that then.
Got you. Okay, so I want to thank the two council people who have talked with the stadium to bring what we thought was going to be a fence, but I understand it's going to be a wall going down 27th Avenue at Leisure State Association number 4, where I live at, to put a wall up against from 199th going down to 200, I believe, 7th Street. So I want to thank those two council people who are working on that, because we need a wall. The stadium, I understand, is trying to beautify 27th Avenue and trying to block out the scenery from my association. With our board of directors does nothing but take our association dues. If you go drive down 27th Avenue, you see the broken down fence, you see the roofs all different colors, the roof dirty, people with slacks holding up the wooden fence, all this kind of stuff. So the stadium say, I guess we need to block out from what those people who look like me not keeping up their property. So I want to thank those two council people to coincide with the stadium to put up that wall. Also, I'm asking again for an ordinance for the clothes on the line showing from the street. That's bringing down our property value. Clothes on the line showing from the street coming into our community where we are paying association dues. Again, we have a board of directors who are doing nothing for the community but taking our association dues. I'm asking for an ordinance. Clothes on the line showing from the street. We need an ordinance. Please consider the ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Tisdale, Joseph Smith, and Tina Alexander.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Mr. Tisdale, 17031 Northwest 11th Avenue. I know y'all saw the video on May 18th about the four-way stop sign. It's out of control. Also, I talk about it, but nothing be done about it. I saw y'all representing all these 18 or 20-year veterans on the force. That means that y'all got a lot of chiefs, but no Indians working. So somebody need to get out there 5-6 days a week and patrol that stop sign, 8 a.m. to 10 in the morning. Plus, they say they had a ticket number for the county for 7833 for speed bumps. Road and bridges cross the street from TGK. I called on last week. They don't have that ticket number for no speed bumps. One more thing, Dr. Powell, you stay 2,000 feet away from that stop sign. You have not, you my councilwoman, you have not emailed me or called me and say, we're gonna try to do something about this stop sign over here. But you the presiding officer, you the mayor, you the damn band director, you supposed to make sure all this stuff happen. I'm gonna say one more thing, and I'm gonna get from up here. April the 22nd, I brought my veteran buddy here because he wanted to come here and see how the council meeting are. When I got ready to leave and told him let's go, Katrina Wilson, you told me bye. You're responsible for your own actions and your own decisions. I didn't bring my cousin here for you to tell us bye. That's the same thing happened on May 26th of last year. Now, I listen to a lot of music. The song that fits you.
Mr. Tisdale, your time is up.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am Joseph Smith. I have a business in Miami Garden, 15 years, right
Excuse
here
me,
on
sir.
27th Avenue.
Could you address for the record, please?
Address?
Yes.
18081 Northwest 27th Avenue, right here in Miami Garden, across here. And for the past few years, since the stadium here, our business went right down. And I came here the other day to ask, what the city would have to help, small business. And the individual tell me nothing. So I come here this evening, and from now on I will try to attend the meeting to find out what help or a grant, what we can do, especially now the ball game gonna come there. It's gonna dead. You better we close our business. I'm there 15 years. So what can you guys do about it? what funds around for we to get to help our business.
You can see my assistant in the back here, Mr. Brown. And he'll talk with you and we'll schedule some time. Gail Cunningham and Rhea Hughes.
Tina Alexander, 1799 Northwest 155th Street. I want to thank you all for my black and white, my color, for my seawall.
Speaking to the mic, I want to hear this. Let me hear you. Go ahead.
Tina Alexander, 1799 Northwest 155th Street. I got my paperwork for my seawall. I waited 8 years, but it's done. And I came to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, Miss Tina. Ms. Cunningham, Rhea Hughes, and Lily Henry.
Mayor, I have a question before I start. Being that our city clerk has already read the card, the public comments card, and you attribute that not only to us, but to the dais, being that you are the presiding officer, I want to be assured, as I began to speak, that if I'm as rudely interrupted as I was 2 meetings ago by Councilwoman Katrina Wilson, that I'm hoping that the direction that you will give to her or anyone else, based on what has been called out and read out by our city clerk, that will never happen again. Thank you. Good evening. Gail Cunningham, 19001. Northwest 14th Avenue Road, Miami Gardens, Florida, 33169. Our council people who are vested to be the legislative policy. In our charter, it tells us exactly what your responsibilities are and what you're charged with as a publicly elected public servant, steward of our tax dollars. I'm asking if that human factor, and it does happen with a few of you, it doesn't come as an attack in order to be transparent with us, to collaborate, in order to make decisions that involve us. As Mr. Tisdall just alluded to, when there's campaigning going on, there's a sign everywhere, there's a golf cart everywhere, there's something on your door all the time. I was told by Councilwoman Katrina Wilson, I don't know if she remembers, I said there are people out there who really want to speak to you personally. And she said to me in her office, in the conference room, if they want to speak to me, I'm here. When I was campaigning, I was out there. Now, if they want to see me, they can come in here. I said, you want over 100,000 people to come to your office. She said, if they want to see me. So I want everybody to know, your vote matters. Not only when you vote, that vote and action matters afterward. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Cunningham. Rhea Hughes, Lily Cheney, and Maya Passmore.
Rhea Hughes, 3335 Northwest 180th Street, Miami Gardens, Florida, 33056. Good evening, Council. I must address the official record and clarify statements made by Councilwoman Katrina Wilson from recent council meetings clearly and factually. On March 25, 2026, during council proceedings, the term used was point of privilege. It is documented in the official video recording at timestamp 42 minutes, 49 seconds. On April 22, 2026, during my public comment, I referenced the definition of point of privilege from Robert's Rules of Order. However, during that same meeting, Councilwoman Katrina Wilson stated that the term used was personal privilege. That statement does not align with the official record. Mischaracterizing or dismissing verified information undermines public trust, and trust is essential to effective governance. Therefore, I respectfully request that the record be clarified to reflect what was actually stated. Point of privilege. At timestamp 42 minutes, 49 seconds. At timestamp 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 26 seconds during the April 22nd, 2026 meeting. In the reports of mayor and council members portion of the agenda, Councilwoman Katrina Wilson asked, while looking towards residents, "Who sent you?" As for Reed Hughes, "No one sends me. I come on my own because free citizens have the right to address their government, even when the truth is uncomfortable. This right is called the First Amendment." Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Lily Cheney. I live at 16010 East Bunch Park Drive, Miami Gardens, Florida. I am here because previously I received a red light camera ticket. I came to court in the same room. The ticket was issued in December. However, I received it, I think it was in May, and I requested a court hearing. It is my opinion, as a deputy clerk myself, I worked in the courtroom with many great judges for almost 10 years. I have never seen anything conducted the way it was here. I wrote a letter to every council person here. No one responded. I sent a copy to Oliver. No one responded, like no one didn't care. I know I have 2 minutes, but I want to say this. You know, I don't want to bring down anything, but I think you should know. What I saw here in the courtroom, I thought it was a travesty. First of all, the people to my left, they did a spiel about if you pay the ticket, it will be $158. That was for a camera red light on 57th by the expressway, which I traveled to get on the expressway in the right lane to get on there. I received 3 different codes. I guess they wanted to pick one to make a case against me, and I Googled each one, and none of those applied to me except making a right turn. There was a hearing officer here who upheld the ticket, and what it said is that you have to make a right turn but not block the intersection, which I didn't do. I was in the right lane and I got on. But what I don't like is that the fact that if I had paid the $158 ticket, that would have ended. But once I requested a court date, it was $50 plus another $100. I'm going to pay it tomorrow, but in protest, because I don't think it's fair, because I worked in court and I know it's not right.
Thank you. Pamela Watson, and then yeah. Go ahead, Ms. Passmore.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Maya Passmore. My address is 16350 Northwest 40th Court. I'm just here to speak to the humanity in all of us tonight. I became a homeowner in my area for my young family thanks to the first-time homebuyer infill lot, similar to the reason why I'm here tonight. One of the first meetings I attended once I returned from DC was with my son. It was the third term fiasco between a resident and my representative from my district. I was sitting on the front row, scared for our safety, a little embarrassed, but also intrigued with the residents. They were also passionate and so organized, and I wanted to get to know who they were. I just want to stop and just really thank them for showing up for our city like they do. I eventually got a chance to meet them. They are residents that show up to every meeting with their concerns. I'm so inspired by them. I found out how passionate they are about the city and how much they love it and educate us younger residents. But then I also became them after an assault happened at FMU, and I found myself livid as a survivor of assault but also as a resident that was already vocal about the need for more police presence in our area. I also realized I couldn't just be mad, I had to do something. So I organized, and boy, have I been organizing. I'm a mom, I'm a resident, I'm a business owner, and I want to grow old here. I'm here to say that we're not your enemy. We're just here, we're a little passionate. We care about the things that you care about. We thank you for your service and the things that you do. We ask that you listen to us more when we do show up. The 2 minutes count. The fact that we come here, it's a sacrifice every time that we come here. It's a load that we didn't get a chance to put in the washing machine, or homework we didn't get a chance to do. But listen to us when we come. We're pretty passionate, and we care about the city as much as you do. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Passmore.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. I represent a business in the area here. My name is Pamela Watson, and the business is at 178. Yes, sir.
I need your address for the record, please.
178. I have two things I'm going to speak on. I'm going to just take one. 17847 Northwest 27th Avenue, Miami, Florida 33056. Great, they cut the mic on me.
Yeah. No. I'll give you an additional 30 seconds.
Okay, fine. Again, do I need to repeat?
No.
I represent a small business in the area here, and we have so many problems whenever there is any event in the game. There's congested traffic. Our ingress and egress, nobody can come in. Our customers has come and they've just passed by, we can't come. So really, whenever there's any event at the stadium, nothing happens. We still have to pay rent, utilities, employees. So I would suggest, or I'm hoping, and somebody came and spoke before, and you had somebody speak to one of your staff members, that there is some kind of a fund, something, whenever there is, and we're concerned because you're going to have the FIFA football in another couple of weeks. We're not going to have any business. And this happens every time there's something, because the traffic on 27th Avenue is so congested that nobody can come in and out. The place is dead. So I'm hoping that there could be some consideration made in your development fund, whatever it is, because we really need help. We need a lot of help in our area because it's going to die. So that's all I have to say right now. So I would like you to point me to the gentleman that you had, the person. Thank you very much.
Andre Dixon? He left? Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Thomas? And Rosalie De Los Hoyas? And Eddie Ellison?
Mr. Mayor and council members, I'm depressed, particularly hearing about that lady with the $74,000 worth of stuff that she cannot take care of. I know that this is a city of compassion, so I know somebody's going to get on that. But the reason why I got out of my sick bed today is because I'm sick of being in my bed watching stuff on TV coming from the networks, and they say they are in South Beach, south of Fort Lauderdale, just north of Miami, and very rarely identify being in the city of Miami Gardens. I came to ask you to have the county manager, under your direction, contact the stadium, all the networks, and ask them to ask their announcers to respectfully identify being in the city of Miami Gardens. We deserve that respect. And I'm still waiting on somebody to contact me about the sewers. I'd like to see at least get started before I go meet my master. God bless you and keep you.
God bless you as well. Rosalie De La Hoya and Eddie Ellison.
Good evening. My name is Rosalie De La Soyas. I'm here representing the Real Estate Board and ANU. So I think you would have to move me because there are a few of us that would like that
You're on
commentary.
13-2 as well?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you can come back for 13-2. Eddie Ellison.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name's Eddie Ellison. My address is 19401 Northwest 18th Avenue, and I'm here about the code enforcement. I just heard the lady talking about the code enforcement, and I'm going to tell you, the code enforcement has been enforcing about the sidewalks, and we've been doing the best we can, and I just know that it's no way that it's fair that Miami Gardens is charging our residents $250 for a sidewalk infraction. They don't even charge that much for the red lights. So I can't understand why are we being charged like this, and we are taxpayers. They say that I am a citizen and I'm a senior citizen, and they were supposed to do the sidewalks. They didn't do the sidewalks. I came in, I said, what happened? They said, it's your responsibility to check back with us to find. So I said, well, I filled out the paper, and the paper was supposed to be, someone was supposed to come. Nobody never came. Then when I called, I come in the other day, they said, you owed us $250. You didn't get the sidewalk done in the length of time that was given to you. None of this is fair for the residents, not just me, but anybody. At a time like this, people are struggling, it's hard, gas is high, everything. And here we are paying $250 fines for sidewalks? Is that the best we can do in Miami Gardens? If somebody can tell me, is that the best we can do? Can we do better for our residents in Miami Gardens? Thank you, I'm done.
Thank you, sir. Listen, Mr. Ellison. Gonna get somebody from Code to speak with you right now. Mr. Clerk, you have any other written communication?
Mr. Mayor, all written communication received for this evening meeting has been forwarded to council and will be part of the minute as an exhibit.
All right. The public comments are now closed on this issue.
Yes.
We're on.
We're going to go into quasi-judicial.
Quasi-judicial.
Good evening, Reggie White, Director of Planning and Zoning. Welcome to the quasi-judicial portion of the May 27, 2026 City Council meeting. For those persons that will or may be speaking on an item on the agenda or commenting on any item, please stand up and be sworn in by the city clerk. For the applicants, your item will be called to order by the agenda number and title of your request. When your item is called, please approach the microphone, and when addressed, please speak directly and clearly, stating your name and address for the record and explain the reason for your request. Please note, all exhibits presented to the mayor and council will be part of public record. Yes, I do.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Can I pull the council Jennings disclosure?
Yes, you can.
All right, Mayor, City Council, has any council member had any parte communication on any of the quasi-judicial zoning items tonight?
No.
No, not me.
Yes, Mr. Clerk, I'm trying to find the item to get you the exact number. It is recreational.
Oh, that's the school. I know which one you're talking about. That's item 13.3.1.
Yes.
All right, I'll note that for the record.
Thank you.
And council collectively. Oh. All right, on that, Vice Mayor Stevens, on 13.2.1, do you affirm that the decision you make tonight will be solely based on the evidence presented to you at this evening's meeting?
I do.
All right, council collectively, will the decision you make on any of the quasi-judicial zoning items be based on the evidence presented to you this evening?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, we're now on to item 13.3.1. A resolution of City Council, City of Miami Gardens, Florida, approving the applicant Shabbat of Mid-Miami Beach, Inc., request for variance for property located at 1515 Northwest 167th Street, more particularly described in Exhibit A attached here to allow a 41,652 square feet of recreational play area where 163,950 square feet is required. Provided for adoption representation, provided for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager, and this is a public hearing.
Wait, point of order, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
Mr. Clerk, I think when you called the item, and I probably could have heard it wrong, that I just.
13.3.1.
That's what you have noted?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Mr. Manager?
Mr. White, proceed with your presentation. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Manager. Very briefly, I'll present this presentation. This is a private school that's requesting a reduction in recreational and play space. And the request, as mentioned, is for a non-use variance to allow 41,652 square feet of recreational area space, where 1,603 950 square feet of space is required per section 34-288-20G1. And the location of the development site is 1515 Northwest 167th Street. What you see here is an aerial of the development site. And this is an at-grade view of the development site. This site was originally created in the 1980s, and it existed for commercial and for a religious assembly. And it was also previously the site for the city administrative building. And here is the conceptual site plan of the development site where the private school is proposed. And what you see here is the existing recreational space, and the applicants are adding additional recreational space. They've made attempts. One of the buildings they're now turning into indoor recreational spaces. They're also using a part of the parking space as well as part of the outdoor recreational space. The school intends to have up to 663 students ranging from middle to high school. And the campus will be renovated for their classroom and the interior and exterior. It will be renovated. So after review, staff review, we've met with the applicant as well. We determined that we recommend that this application be approved by City Council. Thank you.
All right. It's a public hearing on this item. Any public comments or public hearing on this item? Seeing none, you have any written communication, Mr.
No
Clerk?
written communication, Mr. Mayor.
Show public comments on this item closed. I need a motion on this item.
Motion. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion from the dais? Showing none, Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilwoman Baskin?
Yes.
Councilwoman Powell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wilson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Julian?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stevens?
Yes.
Mayor Harris?
I vote yes.
Motion passes 6-0. We're now on to item 13.1.1. In order to the City Council of the City of Miami Gardens, Florida, approving the rezoning of that certain property located at Southwest of 4200 Northwest 167th Street in Miami Gardens, Florida, more particularly described in Exhibit A attached hereto, from single-family R1 in paren to light industrial I1 in paren, providing for adoption representation, repealing all ordinances in conflict, providing severability clause, providing for inclusion in code, providing for an effective date. And this is sponsored by the city manager, and this is a public hearing.
Mr. Manager.
Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, Mr. White, please proceed with the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. As mentioned, this is the El Dorado rezoning item, and the request is to rezone an R1 single-family property to I1 light industrial. This item came before you in February and March. The applicants requested to do a rezoning to high intensity, I2. They're now requesting to rezone to I1. The vacant parcel is southwest of 4200 Northwest 167th Street. And what you see here is the zoning map that you see here. The land use is commerce, and the zoning is single family. I want to bring your attention to this map. This is actually the future land use map, and that designation is commerce. And want to bring that in attention to you because from 2010, this was approved as a future land use map. The intention of the future land use map was to indicate that this parcel can be used for the purpose of commerce. This is commercial, retail, and industrial uses as well. Development site is 4.21 acres. And this is an at-grade view of the vacant lot that you see here. This is some more views of El Dorado and its existing surroundings. And this is an area view, just a brief review. BrandsMart USA is located to the north. There's an educational center to the south. And there is also the Miami-Dade County Public Schools North Transportation Center to the southeast. And El Dorado Furniture, this is the existing establishment to the northeast. And here is the conceptual site plan. I'm just indicating here for you, council, that the development is about 447 feet setback from 44th Court. And what you see here is just the site transportation and the circulation on site. This is what they envision would be for this proposed expansion. And what you see here is a conceptual site plan of the expansion. They really seek to increase landscaping, foliage and trees along that corridor to kind of put up a screen, but also improve walkability, the encouragement of walkability on that area, and they will connect the sidewalk as well. Because currently, right now, there's no sidewalk. They're going to connect the sidewalk from the educational center to BrandsMart USA. And finally, after review, staff recommends approval from City Council. Just want to give you a brief overview that there will be no increase in the showroom space for this expansion, and there's no additional access points to this development site. And that concludes this presentation. Thank you.
So, Mr. White, there's no exit on that street where they're doing the beautification part of it?
That's correct, Mayor. That's correct. There is only an entrance and exit along Northwest 167th Street and the existing exit to the east of El Dorado. That will remain in place. There will be no additional entrances or exits on this property.
All right, and what changed from the first reading?
So from the first reading, they originally requested a high-intensity industrial. They're now requesting light industrial. So this is a lower level zoning district where the most you can do is basically warehouse and distribution. Heavy industrial, you can do like manufacturing. I also want to mention too, there's no manufacturing going on at this site right now. It's just moving and distributing furniture. So So there's no making of furniture, putting furniture together. There is boxing, distributing, and showing, of course, in their showroom for their customers.
Public comments on this item. I have several cards. Ms. Margaret Kendrick. And after her is Phyllis Rhymes Johnson and Lynette Hickenbottom.
Address again and name again? Address and name again?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Margaret Kendrick, 2724 Northwest 199th Lane. Well, I have received an email about El Dorado pursuing to bring warehouses and trucks into Miami Gardens, and I had a flashback. I went to a rally yesterday, and I'm glad I went because I had a flashback. All I saw was, here we go with another Formula One, the noise, the fumes, the traffic, the eyesore with the warehouses. So I came here to appeal with this board to say no, enough is enough. We're human, we make mistakes, I understand that. But you can't keep making mistake after mistake after mistake, bringing down Miami Gardens. I hear a lot of people come up here and say, oh, this is the beautiful city of Miami Gardens. I'm sorry. I don't see a beautiful city of Miami Gardens. I see it deteriorating, going down and down and down, because we are allowing so many people to do what they want to do with this city of Miami Gardens, and it has to stop. Think about the homeowner. I heard a young lady say, when we come up here, take into consideration what we're saying. Take into consideration that we can have a beautiful city of Miami Gardens. And that's what I'm hoping for. No more fumes, no more traffic, no more noise, no more of any more foolishness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My
Good
name is
afternoon.
Phyllis Rhymes Johnson. I'm Dr. Rhymes Johnson. I am a nurse practitioner, also a resident of Miami Gardens, 870 Northwest 177 Terrace, Miami Gardens, Florida. I would like to discuss that currently the city of Miami Gardens is an entitlement city. And under the Community Development Block Grant, you received almost $1 million of revenue from the CDBG, that block grant. Now, my concern is about when we talk about bringing these trucks, although it's light trucks, on our infrastructure. Let's talk about our infrastructure, our roads. Let's talk about what trucks will do to our current roads, because our residential area, the pavement was not developed to handle the weight of the roads and their parcels. Now, when we do that, we are going to end up with potholes in our residential area. We will end up with these, what they call alligator streaks, like the cracks in our areas, which will be a safety problem, not only for me as a resident, but all others that's in that area. And that money that you got from that grant will have to be utilized to pay for an infrastructure, which I'm sure you would want to use that money to pay and to help our residents in Miami Gardens. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Cunningham, you're next, and Ms. Hughes, you're after her.
Lynette Hickenbottom, 20832 Northwest 25th Avenue, and I live in the beautiful city, which I hope it will stay, of Miami Gardens. I've been here over 35 years. I just want to make a quote from the American Lung Association, and these are the facts. Clean air is essential to the health and well-being of families across Florida. Children deserve to breathe air that won't make them sick, and this is quoted by the American Lung Association. Air pollution exposure in childhood can cause long-term harm, including reduced lung growth, new asthma cases, and increased risk of respiratory diseases. Please vote no for the light industrial, vote no for the heavy industrial. They're the same. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gail Cunningham, 19001 Northwest 14th Avenue Road, Miami Gardens, 33169. I'm reading from the agenda cover memo for this item, and the wording says, the revised application proposes a warehouse expansion that is identical to the prior submittal. Let me repeat that. The revised application proposes a warehouse expansion that is identical to the prior submittal. Why are we here? 4 of you out of the 7, when we came up before with our facts, and we were bringing facts again, because no one came to us with all the information that's given to you before you make a vote, and then you come to us 21 days, less than 21 days, and say, okay, we're going to have a public hearing on a blah, blah, blah date. We're going to have a public hearing. If you all want any information from us, then go ahead and call this number or look at it on this particular place on the online. Which one of our representatives, especially the representative of Residential Area 4, Councilwoman Katrina Wilson, came to us and gave to us the information that you all have? You all are making a decision with information that we don't have privy to at all. This was voted down 4-3. And let me read this again. The revised application proposes a warehouse expansion that is identical to the prior submittal. Biggest thing that I see that changed, they changed it from heavy to light. Does that mean that if it's heavy, we'll die sooner? And if it's light, we'll die later? Because everything else is the same. Please don't treat us like we don't know. We do know. We research, we know our facts, and the facts matter. And if we had what you have in your hand before you make a decision, if you brought that to us and discussed it with us before they turned in an application, it will make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Reed Hughes, 3335 Northwest 180th Street, Miami Gardens, Florida, 33056. I strongly oppose the El Dorado's second request for rezoning to light industrial. Also, if elected officials privately committed support for this rezoning before the public hearing, residents deserve to know whether those communications were disclosed on the record as required under Florida quasi-judicial standard and the principles established in Jennings. The City of Miami Gardens' own comprehensive development master plan makes it clear that established residential neighborhoods must be protected from encroachment or intrusion from incompatible land uses. Rezoning this property to light industrial directly conflicts with that vision. Even light industrial uses can significantly impact the quality of life of nearby residents. Once industrial zoning is approved, the character of the area changes permanently, and it becomes much harder to stop future industrial expansion nearby. If the city ignores its own policies today, it sets a dangerous precedent for every neighborhood in Miami Gardens tomorrow. Development should be compatible, responsible, and consistent with the comprehensive plan, not driven by spot rezonings that undermine surrounding homes and families. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Passmore and Chanelly Brown.
Maya Passmore, 16350 Northwest 40th Court. I'm here tonight to oppose this industrial rezoning. I live in the impacted area. Residents have done our duty. We showed up, we organized, we protested yesterday at El Dorado. We met with developers, we spoke with city leaders, we provided health and climate experts, and we submitted public comments with proof of real traffic problems already happening in our neighborhood. This includes crashes, 2 FMU student hit and runs, a car fire, speeding, and heavy truck traffic. That burden of proof matters. No one from the applicant, the city, or zoning has reached out to residents, and we are not aware of any city study or on traffic or air quality for change as per our public info request. We requested this information by the city or El Dorado to fix our concerns. We are also worried about the environment. We all remember the recent industrial fire in Opelika and near Railroad in March. People in Miami Gardens smelled that smoke and felt it for days. Pollution does not stop at property lines. This plan also is very similar to the one the council already denied earlier this year. In the city code, section 3436 says a denied application cannot come back for 1 year for the same project. We also are concerned about what happens next. Once land is zoned industrial, it can lead to uses like data centers. In cases like Westview, residents were not even notified because the land was already zoned industrial. We are already dealing with housing shortages and high cost. We should also protect residential land and not change it to industrial. Please vote no. Mr. White also said that he didn't mention that across our residential homes, it's residential homes and a preschool sitting to the west of that. Please vote no.
Thank you.
I'd like to speak on item 13.2. Are we there yet?
13.2?
Yeah.
That's next.
Okay.
So I'll call you back up. Yeah. Any other written communication on this item?
All written communication received was forwarded to council.
All right, thank you. I need a motion on this item.
Motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions or concerns from the dais?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I just have a few things that I want to mention because it's been an ongoing, it's been repeating. So Reggie, please explain to me the difference. Well, not to me because I'm aware, but to the residents that keep mentioning about this being the same application. So bring clarity to that, please.
So, Vice Mayor, the applicants today are requesting a different rezoning use. Previously, it was for heavy industrial. Heavy industrial allows applicants to do more. They can use their property for more higher intensity type of uses. Light industrial is more for lower intensity type of uses.
So for the record, this is a
different
new application.
Correct. This is
Thank
a
you.
new application.
That's all I needed to hear.
Yes, sir.
The second thing is, can we pull up the presentation? I believe it was the beautification wall. I just want point of clarity for the record as well. This is the evidence. So I wanted to make sure we're speaking on facts based off evidence that's before the body, being that we're not policymakers in this part of our council meeting. We're acting as judges. So I just want to make sure.
Yes.
This wall, this wall is 42nd Avenue?
Could you pull that up on our
That is
screens, too?
correct. It is 42nd Avenue.
That's 42nd Avenue. And that
Yeah.
is.
Sorry. I want to correct.
No, that would be.
That's 44th Court.
44th Court.
Which will have no access.
Correct. In east or west, and correct me, east or west to 44th Court is residential housing, where they're correct?
Right.
So this beautification wall, this what I'm looking at, there's no entrance and there's no exit.
That's correct.
The entrance and the exit of this property, should we move forward, would remain on what is already an entrance and an exit, which is 167th Street. Am I correct?
You're correct.
That's answered all of my questions. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other questions and concerns?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So their expansion would also give them more space on the inside of their lot to move the trucks around. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, and I'm asking because we were sent some pictures that showed some of the trucks trying to kind of make a U-turn inside of the entrance. So now they'll be able to go completely inside, turn around if necessary, or drop or pick up and come out. So that would eliminate the traffic there, correct?
That's correct.
Also, heavy industrial, does that include the use of chemicals?
That's correct.
Okay, so that was my concern before, but light industrial does not.
That's correct.
And inside of their property would only be used to house furniture.
That's correct.
No chemical use, no manufacturing, none of that.
That's correct, Council.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns from the dais?
No.
Showing none, Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilwoman Powell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Wilson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Julian.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stevens.
Yes.
Councilwoman Baskin.
Yes.
Mayor Harris.
I vote yes.
Motion passes 6-0. We're now on to item 13.1.2. An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Miami Gardens, Florida, amending Chapter 34, Article 7 of the Code of Ordinances, Section 34-209, plats, Section 34-210, administrative prohibition of action on approval of tentative plats and waivers of plat vested rights procedures. Vested right procedures, Section 34-211. Vested rights, Section 34-214. Procedures for platting, Section 34-215. Final plat, Section 34-216. Building permits, providing for adoption of representation, repealing all ordinances in conflict, providing severability clause, providing for inclusion in code, providing for an effective date, and this is sponsored by the city manager, and this is a public hearing.
Mr. Manager?
Mr. White, please proceed. Thank you.
Yes, so this text amendment that's before you today is really just to comply with Senate Bill 784. The purpose of the text amendment is basically to allow plats and replatting to be approved by city staff or the city manager. Previously, it had to go before council to be approved. Currently, according to the Senate bill, local government, local administrators can now review and approve those plats. I do want to mention that ultimately the county does review plats as well and approve them. So it won't just be on our own review. The county will also review these plats as well.
All right, and is public comments on this item? Showing no public comment on this item. Need a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or concern on this item? Showing none, Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilwoman Powell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Wilson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Julian.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stevens.
Yes.
Councilwoman Baskin.
Yes.
Mayor Harris.
I vote yes.
Motion passes 6-0. We're now to ordinances for second reading of public hearing. Item 13.2.1. An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Miami Gardens, Florida, amending the Code of Ordinances to permit accessory dwelling units, amending Article 2, Administration, Section 34-47, granting of variance and waivers, Section 34-50, administrative variance and waivers, Article 9, generalized schedule of permitted uses, uses permitted with extra requirements, special exemption uses and prohibited uses, Section 34-287, uses, regulations generally, Section 34-288, use of table and extra requirements, amending Article 10, accessory uses and structures, Section 34-311, accessory use tables, creating Section 34-313, accessory dwelling units, Section 34-314, attached accessory dwelling units, add Section 34-315, attached accessory dwelling units, amending Article 19, definition and rules of construction, Section 34-732, definitions of development standards, providing for adoption of reputation, repealing all ordinances of conflict, providing severability clause, providing for inclusion code, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Councilwoman Linda Julian. This is a public hearing.
Councilwoman Julian?
Thank you for recognizing me, Mr. Mayor. And so this item, as it relates to accessory dwelling units, provides residents who fit the lot size requirements the option, if they so choose, to have an accessory dwelling unit on their property. Many properties in the city of Miami Gardens already have existing accessory dwelling units that are not permitted. And so should this item pass this evening, this will allow those existing in-law quarters, also known as ADUs, to now come into compliance. This is not something that is mandatory, but it is an option for the residents who fit the requirements that is embedded in the ordinance. In addition to this item, please note that this is also an opportunity to no longer see RVs hanging around our cities, sidewalks and the side of people's homes and the front of homes, and cords coming out of the RVs and being plugged into homes. Like, that just makes our city look horrible. And so ADUs, they are not anything new. They've been around for quite some time. And this is also an opportunity to help increase the housing stock. And so therefore, I am asking for the support of my council on this item. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're welcome. Yes.
Just wanted to note, it wasn't noted on our agenda, but this item was, it was approved to be co-sponsored by Vice President Stevens. So I just want to note that for the record.
Okay. All right. Mr. White, you had something you wanted to add?
I have nothing. I'm just quasi judicial. I'm just up here. Just stand up here.
You standing up there like you had something you wanted to say. All right. It's open for public hearing on this item. I have a few public comment cards. State Rep.
Thank you. Felicia Robinson, longtime resident. I'll give my.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah,
Former
okay.
councilwoman.
Former councilwoman, vice mayor, all this stuff. I just wanted to say that I was happy to see this particular item on the agenda. And one of the reasons outside of what was already stated is we are in a housing crisis. And I can say in my time in Tallahassee for the last 3 years, we have been looking at this particular thing, actually mandating it across the state. We haven't passed it yet, but I am sure that it will pass, so that I'm happy that the city is taking the time to look at it so that we can make sure that the rules that we put in place fits our city rather than waiting for the state to come in and actually mandate it. I can talk about personal privilege. So I have younger siblings, and during the pandemic, as you know, the state, we passed a law that you can't determine, how much a landlord would charge in rent. So after the pandemic eased up, their landlord raised their rent, and they couldn't afford it and had to come back home. And we really didn't have that space. And I'm thinking, hey, I know the house that I live in, my grandfather built, and we used to actually have accessory dwelling back there. My mom broke it down. But I think about it now, if we still had that, then that would have been a place that they can live. And I know we often talk about our students coming back home from college and not being able to have something that's affordable. This is another option. I can also tell you that AARP is a big supporter of this for our seniors. So it has a lot of benefits. The key thing that I would want to say is to make sure, and I did read, the legislation, to ensure that this is not used for short-term rentals, that it's actually going to help with the housing ability. So I think that this is a good thing, and I'm happy that you all decided to be forward-thinking and not just wait on the state.
Thank you. Ms. Brown, it's your turn now.
It's bright. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chanel Brown. I reside at 1422 Northwest 179th Street. And I am here to speak about item 13.2.1. So when my family and I bought our home in Miami Gardens, we weren't just buying a house. We were buying into a legacy, a home loved by generations before us. We chose this community, and tonight I'm here because I refuse to watch it disappear. Miami-Dade lost over 10,000 residents last year, top 3 in the entire nation for population decline. People aren't leaving because they want to. They're being pushed out. And if this board doesn't act, Miami Gardens doesn't just lose residents. We'll lose workforce, families, and our soul. Councilwoman Julian said it best. Local policies is where changes happen. She put an action behind these words by championing the ordinance because she knows that smart zoning saves community. The Miami Realtors Association called it the most practical path for affordability. I'm standing here tonight asking this board to take the same step. Approving this ordinance isn't charity. It's a strategy. It's how we keep teachers, nurses, and workers, the people who make this city run, from being priced out of the city they helped build. Miami Garden is an all-America city. Let's make sure the people who made it that way can still afford to live here. Councilwoman Julian stated, I'm committed to moving Miami Garden forward with this purpose. Tonight, I'm asking every single one of you to help match that commitment. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Rosalie Hoyas, De Los Hoyas. And then Rhea Hughes and Marshall Martin Moreland.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, and staff. And my name is Rosalie De Los Hoyas. I'm here on behalf of the Miami Realtors in our world, and we see this everywhere. We're speaking on behalf of the agenda for 13.2.1. Every city needs to look at this because of the impact of what's happening in the economy. It's everywhere. And when I read this, I live in Coral Springs. We're seeing it. And we know we need it too. So on behalf of the board, I would like to say that I understand some residents are concerned about the ADUs. From Coral Springs' viewpoint, we were all, what is that? But it is important to keep the people there. 2 teachers can't live in a town. 2 nurses can't live in a town together in a studio, and that's what's happening. So the ADUs could change the character of St. carefully designed to prevent that from happening. Proposals do not turn neighborhoods into apartment districts. We're allowing an accessory unit per preliminary residence and still maintain the development standards permitting requirements, setbacks, and zoning oversights. And this is really important for everyone to see. If you look at the other cities, I go to all the city spotlights, and I can tell you we're all addressing this now. ADUs are intended to remain secondary and not to take over the main home, but to keep family together. When the kids come back from college, new people moving in, new couples, this is the time. So on behalf of that, I want to thank you all for listening to me.
Thank you.
Rhea Hughes, 3335 Northwest 180th Street, Miami Gardens, Florida, 33056. This issue deserves a careful, faith-based approach because the impacts are real and long-term. The city already faces challenges consistently enforcing code compliance and existing zoning regulations. So the questions are simple. How will additional units be monitored? How will illegal rentals be prevented? How will overcrowding be controlled? And how will properties be stopped from turning into multi-unit cash operations in practice, not in policy? Right now, those answers are unclear. This is not a small policy shift. This is a structural change with permanent consequences, and moving forward without clear safeguards, strong enforcement, and transparent accountability creates risks that cannot easily be undone. For these reasons, I respectfully urge the council to reject the proposal in its current form. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, staff, and special honor to Florida State Representative Felicia Robinson. I am Marshall Martin Moreland, a resident of Miami Gardens at 2021 Northwest 154th Street. I am the beloved baby sister of Brenda Martin Providence, who is often here advocating for our community. And today I'm here with my colleague, Linda Julian, and the Miami Board of Realtors in our world in support of this amendment. The amendment is a thoughtful and practical response to one of the most pressing challenges facing Miami Gardens and communities in South Florida: housing affordability. The proposed amendment creates opportunity for gentle density. It also recognizes the realities of how families live today, and it will allow the residents to avoid selling Big Mama's house. I hear that a lot in this area, and as a realtor, I can tell you there are foreclosure issues in our community that devastate where we live and what we're used to, and we are asking you all to support this so that families who don't think they can live together under the same roof can live on the same property at less at disadvantage than being in single homes alone or paying rent. So at a time when housing costs continue to rise, this amendment allows residents more options, more flexibility, and more stabilization. I'm in agreement as a resident, and I stand with Miami Realtors and our world in support, and along with our beloved colleague, Linda Julian. We love her, but we're not supporting it out of love. We're supporting it because it is practical.
Thank you. Tamika Moses.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, and staff, and State Representative Felicia Robinson. My name is Tamika Moses. I'm a past resident of Miami Gardens in Rolling Oaks. My current address is 1800 Oakwood Drive, Miami Springs, Florida, 33166. And I'm here on the behalf of the Miami Realtors in our world, speaking in favor of the agenda item 13.2.1, the proposed ADU ordinance amendment. Some may worry that ADUs could negatively impact property values, but there's little evidence that properly regulated, and I say the key word, regulated ADUs reduce property values. In many cases, ADUs can actually increase property values by adding usable living space and sometimes creating additional income for potential homeowners where permitted, keyword permitted, and also creating generational wealth as well. Importantly, this ordinance requires compliance with building codes and development standards, which promotes an overall neighborhood quality. Unregulated and unpermitted conversions are far more harmful to neighborhoods than properly permitted and inspected ADUs. This amendment creates accountability from the city, oversight, and clear standards while helping residents manage rising housing costs, insurance premiums, and taxes. It is a practical solution that supports both homeowners and long-term neighborhood stability. We agree with the staff's recommendation to approve the amendment and respectfully encourage the council to move forward with this item and continue with smart growth in the city of Miami Gardens. Thank you.
Thank you. Elizabeth Espinoza and Gail Cunningham. And then Mr. Ziegler, you're after her.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Councilman, and staff. My name is Elizabeth Espinosa. I, too, am here to support Linda Julian and everything with the ADUs for the Miami Realtors Our World speaking in favor of agenda item 3.2.1. There may be concern that ADUs could lead to overcrowding, but these units are intentionally designed as small-scale housing options, typically for 1 or 2 people. The amendment still regulates size, setbacks, lot coverage, and the building separation, ensuring that development remains compatible with surrounding properties. This is not large-scale redevelopment. ADUs create modest and manageable growth while helping address real housing needs in our community. Miami Gardens already has many families living in multi-generational arrangements. This ordinance simply creates a safer, legal, and regulated framework for the way many families already live today. It also helps residents support aging parents, adult children, caregivers, and extended family members while maintaining stability within their neighborhoods. We agree with staff's recommendation to approve the amendment and respectfully encourage the council to move in this item forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Gail Cunningham, 19001 Northwest 14th Avenue Road, Miami Gardens, Florida, 33169. The representation here of realtors, and I guess the people that they actually get houses for, or they sell houses for, or whatever. I would love to see that same representation of people that are just living right next door to me or down the street, and are they as knowledgeable as the people that are here? Are they represented like the people that are here? Because they're going to be the ones that are affected by someone next door to them having 2 or 3 different dwellings there, and the RVs and all those things. Where are they? Where are they represented? I also would like to know, with this happening in a city where we love to work, live, play, dine, I think we've added more signs, all these wonderful things we're doing in Miami Gardens. But if you have a drone that will look down upon us at this time when we do all these things in the space that we have, it's going to look like, you remember the little jingle that they had about Hialeah is the place to be, and we had the flea market. When you look down, if you look down at it, it'll be just like what it's looking like. Okay, we're saying the value is going to go up. People are already doing multi-family homes. They're not even putting the signs up. They're just putting it on the actual internet. But again, I would like to see who is in that little room putting the manual together in order to make sure this works before we just put it out there. Because we have a problem with that. What are we doing to get ready for this? Who are the people that's documenting it and sharing it with the people who are grassroots that has to deal with it? Is this going to be something that we have now that says, okay, public hearing 1, public hearing 2, now we're changing an ordinance, this is what it is. We want to know what's happening in our city before you bring it to us for 2 minutes to speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Estevez, you're next.
Mr. Mayor, before I get started, I want to say thank you to Sam Randall. I don't know where he is, and he put on a hell of a Memorial Day event. Yeah. Did a great job, bro. Anyway, John Ziegler, 18501 North of 22nd Court, Miami Gardens, Florida, 33056. I would like to say that I read the entire almost 40-page agenda memo. And I'd like to say that in the effort to better understand the code of ordinance to permit accessory dwelling units and amending Article 2, I ask that council members consider my concerns before you vote. Will the code and police department call for services in reference to ADUs increase in budget? How will code enforcement address additional parking when residents are already parking on the front lawns and swells and destroying the environment with gas, oil, mechanic shops, and also clogging up the storm drains? What is the cost to the homeowners for the annual ADU certification paid to the city of Miami Gardens? This is not included in your document. Under section 34-28841E, under what authority does code enforcement have to presume an illegal multiple family dwelling is in use simply because of a separate outside entrance? Why would the ADU be excluded from the city's residential calculations when residents are being impacted by an increase in residents, vehicles, and services. According to Section 34-313, General Requirements, Line B, the conversion of an existing garage or carport is prohibited. My investigation reveals that the conversion of an existing garage or carport would not add to the square footage of the home, and the taxes and insurance would not increase. So why would the city prohibit the use of an existing permitted structure, thereby increasing taxes and homeowners' insurance? There are other concerning issues, such as renting to non-family members, possible sexual predators, Airbnb rental, and increased vehicle parking. I own a substantial number of properties, and buying property has always included the character of a neighborhood. If you just give me a couple of seconds. You can tell when you drive to the city of Weston, Davie, and Boca, these cities take pride in their community and enforce the beautification of the neighborhoods. I simply ask that you carefully consider your vote, because you have an obligation to the homeowners that bought the idea of creating a city we can all be proud of and not destroy the very fabric of home ownership by the overcrowding of our neighborhoods. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Fausto Estevez. I'm a housing placement specialist at Miami Homes for All. We're located at 3250 Southwest 3rd Avenue, Miami, Florida 33129. I'm speaking in support of Councilwoman Julian's item to permit accessory dwelling units. My job every day is to find housing for individuals and families experiencing homelessness all throughout Miami-Dade County. I work directly inside the continuum of care, connecting people who are ready for housing that is currently not available. The problem is the units doesn't exist. I could be working assisting an elderly family with a voucher in hand. It could take me months to identify a unit just to assist this person. The ADUs are one of the fastest tools to add supplies without waiting on a large-scale development or federal dollars. When a homeowner can legally build a unit on their own property, that's one more door that opens for an aging parent, a young adult starting out, or a neighbor who needs a safe, affordable place to live. This also benefits homeowners, rental income helps families stay in their homes, strengthen their neighborhoods they invested in years. Please support this item. From where I sit doing this work every single day, we need every tool available in the community, and ADUs is one of them. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any written communication on this, Mr. Clerk?
No, Mr. Chair. Mr. Mayor.
All right, show public comments closed on this. Need a motion on this item? Motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or concerns from the dais?
I have a question. I understand. I want to first give acknowledgement to Councilwoman Julian. I think this is a great initiative to push forward, but I just have one question, and I think I need to direct it towards the city manager. There are some permitting procedures in place, and I understand that one of the permits would be an annual inspection permit. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and my concern is how would the resident, the homeowner, be notified that they are due for their annual inspection?
They will be notified through probably our code enforcement office via Jessica. Where's Jessica? Right there. She does our business licensing and everything.
Okay.
So they prepare a number of correspondences that go out for fees to be paid that'll probably be run through her office.
And the inspection would consist of what? Just to make sure that they continue to follow the guidelines initially?
They have to be in
during
compliance with
building?
everything that is a part of the ordinance.
Okay, thank you.
Question.
Go ahead.
This may be to the city manager. Do we have any idea currently how many of these units are actually in Miami Gardens?
I don't know off the top of my head, Councilwoman.
Because I definitely have seen quite a number myself.
Yeah.
So we know that they're in existence. A question was asked in the audience, what is the actual permit fee, the fee?
The actual fee is $300.
And the annual fee will be?
The annual fee is $250.
Okay, so we've clarified that. Councilwoman Julian, I believe this is the time. I just want to make the statement that there's no doubt we are in a significant near crisis of housing right now. That's just fact. We can continue to ignore it. We can continue to pretend it's not happening. We already have overcrowding in homes for the sheer fact that people cannot afford to pay what is required. Teachers, nurses, even professionals are having to take on second and third jobs to afford their living spaces. Is this the perfect answer? Probably not. It is an opportunity, though, to provide to the community what is needed. The fact that we are not doing this arbitrarily, I'm confident that we have the infrastructure to manage the implementation, the inspections, the permitting, the annual reviews. We have the infrastructure. I think there was a concern that this was just thrown up. We don't do throw up. We have infrastructure. Is it a perfect infrastructure? No. But as we do things over time, we learn what needs to be fine-tuned, and we do it. I'm confident that the need we have in Miami Gardens for housing, that is a need that's everywhere. This proposal will assist. No, it will not solve, but it will assist in what is needed. And so I commend my councilman for bringing it forward, and I support it.
Call the roll, Mr. Clerk.
Councilwoman Wilson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Julian.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stevens. Yes. Councilwoman Baskin.
Yes.
Councilwoman Powell.
Yes.
Mayor Harris.
I vote yes.
Motion passes 6-0. We are now on to item 13.3.2. A resolution of City Council, City of Miami Gardens, Florida, authorizing and directing the city manager.
Could we hold on a minute? Allow them to go ahead and exit. All right, go ahead.
All right, item 13.3.2, a resolution of the City Council, City of Miami Gardens, Florida, authorizing and directing the city manager to release a previously approved declaration of covenant with Caller Racecourse, Inc., recorded in connection with resolution number 2009-01-947-Z-83 for the properties identified by folio numbers 34-1134-014-002 and 34-1134-014-0015, currently owned by East Group Properties LP, providing for adoption of reputation, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager. This is a public hearing.
Mr. Manager?
Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, this will be Mr. White's final presentation for tonight.
Yes. Mr. White?
Yeah, I don't have much to add what Mario said. The purpose of this is just to release a previous restrictive covenant that was for Calder Racetrack and Casino. Of course, as you know, they don't have a racetrack anymore. It's just a casino. That current area is now used by East Group. So what they're trying to do is just basically do the paperwork, release that covenant because it doesn't apply to their development at this time.
All right, need a motion on this item?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions or concerns from the dais? Showing none, there's a public comment on this. Any public comments? Any written communication, Mr.
No
Clerk?
written communication, Mayor.
All right, show public comments closed. It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilwoman Julian.
Yes.
Councilwoman Baskin.
Yes.
Councilwoman Powell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Wilson.
Yes.
Mayor Harris.
I vote yes.
Motion passes 5-0. We're now on to the consent agenda.
I need a motion on the consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Showing none, show the consent agenda pass.
All right, we're now on to resolutions. Item 12.1, a resolution of the City Council, City of Miami Gardens, Florida, accepting the fiscal year 2024-2025 annual audit report from the city's auditor, Anthony Brunson, PA, providing for adoption reputation, providing for an effective date, and this is sponsored by the city manager.
Mr. Manager?
Mr. Mayor, council members, vice mayor, this is our annual audit report. I don't know if Mr. Bronson wants to say anything regarding the report, but we have a clean report. All our financials are in place and moving in the right direction. This is for the 12th year. We have not had any concerns or any issues raised. And so I want to commend Deputy City Manager Craig Clay, his finance staff folks, and also the auditor working hand in hand with us to move forward with this process and the outcomes that we have today. I don't know if Mr. Bronson has anything to say. If not, I ask that the council move forward with the motion. Thank you.
Mr. Brunson?
Cue, but we do want to acknowledge the staff. This year, the audit was completed within the timelines, which is a great accomplishment. And as Mr. Manager mentioned, there were no findings or comments. We satisfied all of the regulatory requirements and the issues. I did want to introduce my partner, Gene Borno, who is an addition to the firm this year and has done a great bit of the heavy lifting in connection with the audit. But with that, we're certainly available for questions now or in the future that may occur.
So what does that mean for our city financially?
You're in exceptional shape.
Say that
and you're
louder.
complying with all the rules and requirements in connection, with the requirements, industry requirements in connection with the audit. But you are in really good shape as a municipality.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just want to recognize two other people, and I'd like them to stand. Audrey and Karen from the Finance Department. Would you please stand? I want to recognize them, thank them for all their hard work. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Brunson.
Thank you.
I need a motion on this. Oh, it's been moved and seconded already, no? I need a motion on the item.
Motion.
Motion. Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Yes.
Councilwoman Powell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wilson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Julian?
Yes.
Mayor Harris?
I vote yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Great job, Mr. Clay. Staff, great job.
All right, we're now on to the reports of the mayor and council.
Councilwoman Julian.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to say congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. That ends my report.
Thank you. Councilwoman.
Quickly, I just want to invite all that would like to attend to the Educators Impact Gala, which will be taking place on Saturday, May 30th at 6 p.m. at Betty T. Ferguson. It's an opportunity for us to highlight, acknowledge, and celebrate the amazing educators that cater to our children in the city of Miami Gardens. Last year, we piloted the program with 6 schools. This year, we have the pleasure of acknowledging 19 schools. So if you are able to attend and you would like to come, go on Eventbrite to purchase a ticket. That's all for me.
Thank you.
Okay, I just want to be able to say a few things. My notes will be a little bit longer. I want to recap on Meet Me Monday. We had our Supervisor of Elections, Alina Garcia, to attend. And one of the things that she wanted me to be sure that I explained to the residents is that as we approach, and it's rapidly approaching, this voting season, make sure that you understand what you will need to vote, what the hours are going to be, and where you need to go in order to exercise this most important right of ours and our ability to impact our election, both locally as well as nationally. We have a lot that's going on, and your attention to your voting, your attention to your candidates is extremely important. Miami Gardens always has a strong turnout for its voting. This year, I hope that it will be no different, and as a matter of fact, I hope that it will be even greater than it has been. Again, if you need to know anything about your voting, you can go to the elections website, as well as upcoming informational sessions to help you with making sure that you're registered and making sure that your family members also are, and the kind of credentials that you will need in order to be able to cast your vote. Okay. Also, we have a lot of things coming up in the month of June. Juneteenth is going to be in the month of June, and we are looking forward to having a wonderful time. We will start out with our kickoff, which is of the field of possibilities. And this event is designed to really reach out and help a lot of our charitable and not-for-profit organizations, where people can come together and form a group for kickball, for pickleball, and a host of other activities that you can participate, and the benefit will go toward a charity of your choice if you win. So if you have a charity that you would like to name and you win, all of the prize money goes to that stated charity. And the prize money is $1,000 for first place, $500 for second place, and $250 for third place. Again, we have a lot of wonderful and strong organizations here in South Florida, as well as in our city. And we would like, as a community, to come together to be able to help them. Okay? So for more information, you can reach out to our office, or you can go to mgjuneteenth.org or .com to fill out a form and register your team. Also, we have coming up our Legacy in Black Gala, which is in its second year. Yeah, and we have the woo 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 man, Jeffrey Osborne, who will be our guest performer. But more importantly than Jeffrey Osborne, I think, is the gathering that we will have of our community. And we will honor people that are just outstanding, just doing wonderful things in our community. And they're the ordinary citizens who do extraordinary things every single day in this community that helps us to become the city that we are. And it will include live performances, the spoken word, bands, and it will also follow with an after party where the two alumni associations of Miami, Carroll City, and New Orleans will we will host them for that after party. And our theme is that we are two schools in one city with one pride. And we want to make sure that there is something available for everyone to take place in. The ticket price for Juneteenth is listed. It includes your buffet, it includes your drinks, and it also includes the ticket to see Jeffrey Osborne. So we look forward to seeing you there, and we will follow up with our final event, which will occur on July 4th. And it will be the return of our Park In and Party, which will be held at Risco Park. You can bring your cars, you can walk in, you can do whichever way you would like to do, but it will be a fun afternoon, and there will be fireworks, there will be games, there will be a community concert where people from around our city will be there singing and putting their talents on display for enjoyment. We want to be a family. We want to come together as a strong community, celebrating the very thing that this country was founded on, and that is freedom. Oftentimes, people don't realize that one of the first persons to die for the cause of freedom was Crispus Attucks, a black person, shot in his heart with a double-barrel shotgun. He laid his life down, and he was brave, and the history books have never forgotten it. And there will be so many, many more who gave their lives for the cause of freedom for this country. So when Juneteenth is being celebrated, what it is saying is that slavery ended, and now everyone in the country was free. Everyone. And so the celebration of those two events is something that we are extremely proud of. And we hope that all of you can come out and we can enjoy it as a community. You can bring your car, and you can walk up. There will, like we said, DJ, food trucks, bounce houses, and fireworks, and much love. Okay? And that concludes my announcements. See, I told you I was gonna be long. Thank you all.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Powell?
Thank you, Mayor. Been a pretty busy month for May, considering it's our anniversary month. Thank goodness. Started out the month with the Healthy You podcast. Every first Wednesday, if you tune in to the Miami Gardens Instagram as well as Facebook, I do a talk on Healthy You, anything health topics. And this month we were reviewing the health of the mind, because this month was Mental Health Awareness Month. And we took that message in on May 16th, where we had the Mind Wellness Symposium, Caring for the Caregiver. We had over 100 individuals attending with vendors also, and we really took a look at caregivers, what is happening to the health and mental wellness of caregivers who are taking care of their seniors or individuals with disability, and how they need to also take care of themselves. We are fortunate to also have attorneys who help to educate the attendees on the specific legal documents necessary to have in place if you are a caregiver. If you'd like additional information about how to take care of your legal aspect as a caregiver, please see my office. We will be happy to share the information we received. On May 26th, which was yesterday, we had Talk with the Doc, which I hold every last fourth Tuesday at 6 o'clock. It was at Scott Park. It was the first time we were back at Scott Park. Scott Park is so beautiful. Y'all need to go by. It is so beautiful. Great place to walk, lots of tree covering, and ride your bike around the actual park on the sidewalk, which I do often now. But it was great to have it. And we were fortunate to have our guests talk about how do you become a vendor with Miami Gardens. There's been a lot of confusion in how to become a vendor, and so that was our topic of conversation. And we'll be doing it again because there was a lot of questions concerning becoming a vendor. And of course, code enforcement was there, and we welcome code to come and explain things. And something was brought up, and I just want to share with everybody, if you do not know, it is an ADA compliance not to park your cars or bus or train or tractor or horse on the sidewalk, because individuals who utilize walkers and canes cannot pass. Not your bumper, not anything. So it was brought up yesterday that we really do need to pay attention to not block the sidewalk. Yes, you can park on the swell, but just don't block the sidewalk, because people, the conversation was that they can't get by, and it's unfair to individuals who have these disabilities. So just share the word to not block the sidewalk. On June 3rd, we'll have another Healthy You podcast. June is Men's Health Awareness, and we're going to explore all the preventative things that men can do for themselves. And tap your male counterpart, brother, your uncle, your husband, and tell them to tune in so we can explore the ways to stay healthy. On June 15th, Elder Abuse Day. Please join us at Betty T. Ferguson. Council Vice Mayor will be hosting it with myself and the Elder Affairs Department. We're going to talk about and have at least, I think, over 50 vendors will be there to give information on elder abuse and elder care. And without any further ado, we also will have our Talk with the Doc again back at Scott Park, 6 o'clock. Please join me. We'll be again exploring vendorship as well as reviewing code enforcement, and we'll hopefully have an update as what's going on with voting. I did receive some information. I believe it's June 6th. There's going to be an explanation about changes on voting. So pay attention with that. I think UPAC will be doing that. All right, thank you so much. And the tip for the month is take care of your mind. It's worth it.
I didn't know we had horses walking down the...
I'm just prepared for everything.
I hear you.
Everything. We now have scooters and electric bicycles.
For sure.
I'm sure our horse is coming.
Good. Thank you, Councilwoman. Please don't forget Father's Day is coming up in June. Dads usually be left out a little bit. So remember the fathers, please. Remember fathers. Mr. Manager, I take it.
Mr. Mayor and Councilman, I just have a few announcements. One, I want to recognize the fact that Paulette Murphy's not here with us today. Unfortunately, Paulette lost one of her sisters. So she's away for the funeral of her sister. So I just want everyone to keep her family in prayers for that. Secondly, I want to congratulate Tamara Wiley Packer. She graduated at the top of her class for the Certified Local Government Communicator Professional Program.
Jesus.
So
Hold up, say that again. A professional what?
Certified Local Government Communicator Professional Program.
So we got that title and then the International Master Municipal Clerk.
Right.
Okay. Congratulations, T.
I also want to thank Councilwoman Powell for the luncheon you did today for our police officers. I had a chance to hear some of the comments, and everyone was very happy about this. I want to recognize you, and thank you for recognizing those police officers who have been with the city 18-plus years. So I want to thank you for that. I also want to welcome our new Public Works Director, Karif Fiddler. Karif, would you please stand up and welcome him to the city of Miami Gardens? I'll come back to
Mr. Manager,
yes.
You still going?
I got one more.
Okay.
Okay. And finally, I want to take this opportunity to recognize someone who was with us for about 11 years. She is now going to retire and enjoy the rest of her life.
Yes.
Running around the world.
Yes.
And I want to recognize Melissa Negron.
She needs to come forward.
Come forward.
Melissa, you need to come forward.
Melissa's been with us for
Melissa,
11
where is
years.
she?
She's moving on, and I want to recognize, we had a little something for her today, but I want to recognize you again, Melissa, for all you've done for the city. Thank you.
We needed you front and center,
Yeah,
Melissa.
yeah.
You have done a tremendous job for this city and for the employees here. We really thank you. Really do. There he goes. When is your last day, Melissa?
My official last day is
June
June 25th.
25th. Okay, all right. We'll see. Yes, let's please clap for her. We're gonna miss you.
That's it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
All right. Madam Attorney?
No report, Mayor.
Mr. International?
I don't have no report, man. No report.
All right, I need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Show this meeting adjourned.